Hi, I'm Isabella Sosa with East Idaho News, and I am here with Bjorn Sigurdson. He is a semi-professional Viking here in eastern Idaho. So first, you are from Idaho.
Born and raised in the little town of Shelley.
Okay, great. So how did you get into the Viking culture? Are you descended from Vikings?
Yes, my dad's mom is from the west coast of Norway in a town called Stavanger. I have an older brother in a little town called Drabak, just outside of Oslo.
Okay, cool. So you're a semi-professional Viking, but are you, I guess, what does it mean to be a Viking? Like, would you consider yourself a proper Viking?
Not in the proper sense that we go pillage nearby churches or anything like that, though we've made the joke of it the last 2 months plenty of times. I actually just got back from Norway 2 months ago at the Midgard Bloat festival, and 15 minutes straight you'll hear jokes about raiding churches. So
I understand that you're part of a hird. Tell me what that is.
So about 5, coming up on 6 years ago, I got involved with a company called Grimfrost out in Sweden, and they put on a sort of secondary company called Grimfrost Hird. Hird being the old word for informal bodyguards, more or less. So eventually I got in touch with Arve, one of the directors of Grimfrost. I said, hey, would love to start one out here in southeast Idaho area. And he says, yeah, sure, we can get something going. So done and done.
Okay, so then what do you do? How many other people are involved in it?
At the moment, we have 5 in total of us, and might be having another 2 here before too long. And we just take a little bit of time. We practice Viking-style combat, and it's a good chance to build community, and we can discuss, not necessarily a therapy session, but if there's something going on, hey, how can we help? We're here for you.
Okay, sounds like it's just a close community.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And it's not LARPing?
No. You will not catch us Saturday mornings at Toffus Park wailing on each other with pool noodle swords and styrofoam shields. No, this is the real deal.
Okay, cool. And that's because you guys use the more like traditional equipment and fighting styles, or?
Correct.
Okay.
The only time we'll use foam weapons is if we are training new recruits, and then if in letter combat, we'll call it, which is more or less soft style. You're not going to get too banged up, too bruised.
So then what are the other fighting styles as well?
The big one that I've seen everyone else around the world in their respective hirds was called Tungar. It's a full contact medieval fighting sport, full covering helmet, chainmail, padding underneath, etc., and then it is just all out, go hit the other guy.
Okay, gotcha. So do you guys just kind of hold events within your hird to practice the combat?
So practice the combat, any questions that might come up or any concerns like, hey, maybe I have a broken piece of armor. Okay, well, let's look into resources, how we can repair it. If not, we have to maybe place an order through Grimfrost.
Okay, and Grimfrost is a Viking clothing and accessory kind of company?
Grimfrost company more is an appreciation of the history of Scandinavia. So a lot of modern clothes that they sell. Absolutely love their clothing lines. And then,
are you wearing any of it?
Everything except for my belt pouch and my little woven belt here is all from Grimfrost.
Okay.
So if you need a proper Viking costume for next Halloween, maybe that's the website to go to. I highly, highly recommend them.
Okay, awesome. And so now you went to the Midgard Bloat Music Festival?
Midgard Bloat.
Okay. Tell me what that is. I understand that it was in Sweden?
In Norway, actually.
Okay.
In a little town called Bord, just along the Oslo fjord.
Okay, and you performed there as well?
We did a little performing there, yes.
Okay, tell me about it.
We stayed in Viking tents, and we had Viking tables, and everything was just Viking. And you socialize, meet different people, just build your bonds of community across the world. The very popular Viking death metal band, Amon Amarth, was one of the headliners.
So when you performed combat?
I was more involved with a demonstration of the Skaldborg, the shield wall.
Okay, what is that?
That is an interlinking of the shields of the Romans would interlink their shields when during a combat situation. Also for crowd demonstrations, Grimfrost, charge! And we would break the shield wall formation, run towards the crowd.
Oh, wow, fun. So what do you enjoy most about having this community?
I would say what I enjoy most is that doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, what you look like, what you sound like, you, in the here especially, you do have a place. You do have somewhere you belong. In Sweden, there is a place. All the chapters of the Herds can come together for a grand meeting spot. Meet like-minded folks. We have longboats you can sail on also, just like they did back in the day.
So what's next for you? I understand that you're hoping to go back to Scandinavia.
Hoping to go back to Scandinavia to go back to our little spot that we have and to attend Midgard Bloat again.
So tell me a bit about the content that you make for Instagram and TikTok.
So my TikTok is me a lot of it's just a lot of fooling around. I try to keep up with the trends that are happening. And then the Instagram stuff, I try to keep more artistic. A blend between my hunting in the fall, my Viking stuff in the summer, and just kind of my everyday life.
Gotcha. So where can people find you on TikTok and Instagram?
It is at Bjorn Fireheart on TikTok and Instagram, and we're recruiting members for the Herd right now, so if you need a place to go, disclaimer, we're not LARPers, and we do vet our members very, very much.
Right, so what would a good fit for the Herd look like?
If you have a respect and appreciation for the Viking culture, even if it's not necessarily your culture, we have a place for you, I promise.
I love that. If someone wants to join, where should they go?
We actually have an Instagram page. It is Herd Snake River Valley, or just feel free to throw me a DM on my Instagram.
Great. And then we can also see some demonstrations
Of course.
From Bjorn as well. So tell me a bit about the sword here and the shield.
So shield, I made it myself. The boss, the centerpiece, traditionally is made from iron. The sword you have right there is foam. We use that with our new recruits to help them get used to how a sword should feel in the hand. So they are using the edge of the sword, not hitting the shield with the flat of the blade. We're just basic letter right now, soft combat. But you always more or less traditionally want your shield foot forward.
Okay, yeah.
Because the power comes from the hips. Typically for the helmet or the arm.
How's my stance? Am I supposed to kind of...
Yeah, nice and loose in the knees because you might have to move real quick.
Yeah, okay. I'm a Viking now, so...
Well, we'll get you all set it up and we'll make it a Tongar fight.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.